Hi everyone, Dan Gemmis here with the Dan Gemmis team. Now, if you have not already heard, some huge news coming out of Amherstburg this week, and it's all about internet. Now, if you're among lots of people living in Amherstburg, people are always complaining about the internet service and how slow it is. Well, some huge news coming from Town Hall this week, and with me today are Aldo, DiCarlo, the mayor of Amherstburg, and we have the CAO, John Miceli. Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good afternoon.
Hi, Dan.
So, first of all, when I heard this news, I thought it was too good to be true. But tell folks, if they're watching today, all about what you've just announced this week.
We will have high-speed internet available throughout the entire town. And I will say it's not just Amherstburg that's been complaining about slow speeds.
Sure.
This is a provincial issue, a national issue. Recently, the government even started mandating 50 meg minimum, and we've done it. And we've done it in a way that has surpassed most municipalities that are trying to do this.
So high speed throughout the entire town. So some people like me, when I first, saw the news, were thinking, okay, so those of us, in town are going to get high speed, but those people living out in the county are going to be out of luck like they have been in the past. Is that the case?
No, it is not. Go ahead.
No. Well, it was very important for the mayor to ensure that we had high speed available to the rural areas.
Sure.
So when we started working with Bell and started negotiating with them, that was one of the main criteria they had to achieve. The town was fully prepared, and we prepared a business case and had a model in which we were going to deliver high-speed internet to the entire town and the region, from corner to corner of the entire Amherstburg region. So Bell took us very seriously when we said, if you don't do it, we'll do it on our own.
Sure.
So that was a really important strategy that we had developed to deal with delivering the internet.
So this process has been in the works for quite some time. You guys are telling me a few years.
For sure.
Tell us how that went. How did that get started? What was it like?
Well, I can tell you I got my marching orders from the mayor. The mayor is, for those of you who don't know, the mayor's a pretty experienced tech. And he came to me one day and he said, John, there's a lot of problems. People are complaining about high-speed internet. Council sort of voiced and echoed what the mayor was saying, but the mayor put me on a task and said, John, go get it. And basically what we did is we developed our own model. And once people realized that we were serious about putting our own model in, lo and behold, we got a partner like Bell that showed up, and we began negotiations with Bell.
How exciting. So what are we expecting the timeline to be? This is going to start happening pretty quick.
It is, and so what they've committed to is 18 months to 24 months, and the entire town should be connected to internet.
That's incredible.
It is. The town is going to play a role in that, and what we've committed to is expediting the process for them. Essentially what we're doing is making sure that they can keep moving as quickly as possible. Sure. So when we're talking about access to property, and frankly, we'll be asking the residents for that as well. Mm-hmm. They're going to notice these people out there working, and hopefully they can appreciate the bit of inconvenience when they're on their property, but they're making sure that the entire town of Amherstburg is going to be connected.
So let's clarify, because we're going to start getting questions pretty quickly, as I'm sure you guys have probably, your phones have been ringing, I'm sure already.
Oh, yeah.
So high speed. So we're talking about fiber. What are we talking about from the core out to the county?
I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of confusion. I can appreciate most people don't have a technical background, and there's a lot of marketing buzz out there, like LTE
yeah.
and Air Fibe and stuff like that. There's only one true fiber to the home connection, and that is a pure glass cable fiber. That is currently the fastest connection available. So for anybody who thinks they've tried it, maybe with Bell, maybe with somebody else, and they've tried other technologies and they think it's all slow, this is not it. This is the fastest there is available. So keep that in mind when you're considering getting it and when you're comparing other options. The goal is to have the entire town connected with fiber. Now, what we have to recognize, and again, this is on a technical level, we may hit that single barrier somewhere where that just isn't going to be physically, structurally possible. But what we're going to guarantee is that minimum 50 meg per second. Goal for Bell, though, is to get fiber everywhere throughout the entire town.
That's incredible.
And let me just touch on that. What that means to Bell is they're going to make a capital investment in the town of Amherstburg north of $12 million.
Yeah. $12 million.
$12 million is going to be invested in fiber technology in the town of Amherstburg. That's a huge investment by a private company.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible. So, gentlemen, so this is going to start in the downtown core and then work its way out, I assume, would be the best way for Bell to do this?
Yeah. That's going to be the best way. Again, technologically, that's the way they got to do it. And, you know, obviously, when they came to us the first time, that's the way they had initially only intended on doing it. And we didn't hold it against them. I mean, most companies are going to go for the volume and the profits. What we presented them was an option that they had not considered. And I just can't speak to it enough that people realize that rural, you know, high speed is still not common. I'm not saying it's not out there, but it is something that everybody wants. So for them to step up and work with us to achieve that is really huge.
Has Bell mentioned, because really from like you say, border to border, the border of Amherstburg will have fiber. That's got to be really uncommon. As you say, what other municipality has that? Well, anybody?
In our region, we're not familiar with that.
No. Right.
Bell was here last night and they said, yes, there's other examples in the country, but when you compare to our region, I mean, we're going to be the first.
Yeah.
It is unbelievable. When you really think about it, as an economic development tool, we've said to the community that we're going to bring all the tools necessary to increase our the residents that would come to Amherstburg. Well, now having all the fiber and having the high-speed internet, there's no reason why you're not going to want to come here, right? We've heard the mayor's heard complaints from young families that are moving out here that are saying, you know what, I love Amherstburg, but we don't have high-speed internet. Well, that's no longer a barrier for us. Home-based offices and home-based businesses will be able to attract them as well in Amherstburg. Once again, I maintain there is no other place like Amherstburg that has the amenities that we have to offer for the most reasonable price. And now with the high-speed internet, it's just one more tool in the toolbox.
I completely agree, John, and really, we're selling houses every day, people out coming out this way, and people love everything we have to offer here. They see the massive potential, and you both have been extremely, you know, focused on trying to move this town forward. Yeah. It's an amazing job, and it's super exciting. So we're going to start getting, like I said, comments. If you haven't already, people are going to start wondering when it's happening in their neighborhood, in their area. At what point can somebody know when to expect that information to come out, and where can they find it? Any idea yet?
Yeah, Bell is going to be, what they've committed to is, as they're out there, you know, working to start installing, they're going to start doing the door flyers and the door-to-doors and seeing who's interesting. And then I believe once they're done their work, they're also going to do another pass and also let people know again or remind them or see them for the first time that it is available for them now. We're not saying everybody has to have it. We still have options in the town of Amherstburg, and that's good. Competition drives rates, and they have committed to keeping it to a market rate value. So they will know as soon as it's available to them.
Amazing news, guys. And again, good job as always. Just while I have you guys here, any other quick, exciting stuff? There's so much happening with the Duffy's property. What else can you divulge? What's in the works?
Dan, all I can say to you is that this is just the beginning of a string of announcements that are going to be coming. We are looking and working aggressively with a number of local developers that we'll be bringing to council to do some oversizing of infrastructure, to bring another 1,500 lots on stream in the town of Amherstburg. There's a number of things that are coming. Just stay tuned because things are going to be happening fast and furious, and there's going to be significant investment in the town. So this won't be the town that people see today in 5 years from now.
Yeah, administration and John and his team are really driving all this in the background, and you know, to support the council and the residents, we're just making this all a reality.
I get chills just thinking about it, guys. It's amazing. And listen, that's why I've invested so heavily in the town, and
we appreciate that.
Well, listen, it's been fun. It's fun to be part of the growth, and I'm excited. Listen, to both of you, thank you for all your work. I know the town residents are going to be super excited to have this news, and I know we're excited to have internet service, proper internet service in our home, and I think all the viewers will be just as excited.
Well, at the end, look at it. The community told us what they wanted in the community strategic plan. One at a time, we're knocking everyone off.
You're listening. That's the key.
And we're listening. We're listening. Yeah. I also encourage everybody to use Talk to Berg. It's our community engagement platform. It's a fantastic tool that we're using to help us make decisions. We've listened to what people had to say in the community strategic plan. We're moving forward aggressively on all those actions. That was a five-year timeline, and I bet you we're going to have it done in 3. So we're moving fast on everything. We're delivering as much as we can. We have a responsive government at the local level, led by the mayor and council.
which is fantastic. We're going to have that information for Talk the Berg on our screen, so you can go there and again leave your comments. I've done so, and it's a great way to kind of really give feedback and tell people what you like. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Excellent.
There you go, guys. That's lots of exciting things happening in Amherstburg, and make sure you keep watch and keep tuning into our show on Sunday mornings, 7 a.m. The Dan Gemis Real Estate Show. We'll have more information there. See you soon.